Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is your first time joining, my name is Mel and I'm here to guide you through all things yoga. For today's chair yoga, we will be focusing on the shoulders and neck, opening up that upper body, relieving some of that tension. Supplies we will need will be either a bolster or a rolled up blanket or towel, something that will allow us to be supported along the low and mid back while we are sitting in the chair. The other prop we will be using for today's practice will be a yoga strap. Now, if we do not have a strap, we can use a scarf, a belt, a regular dog leash will work excellent. Something that we can easily and comfortably hold in the hands and have tension on in order to work out some arm and shoulder mobility. When you are ready, we're going to get started seated. Coming into a comfortable seat, having that strap within reach, guiding the support behind our backs. Taking a few moments just to get comfortable here, checking in with the body. As we get into our seat, we want the feet to be able to ground flat into the earth. No shoes if it is in your practice. Even if you have to sit up towards the edge of your seat, we want the feet planted. Option to have the knees at hip distance, option to have them a little wider. Today we do want to avoid having the knees more narrow than the hips, so either center or wider. Check in with the toes. Let's have those toes face forward as the shoulders stack over hips. Adjust the support behind the back as many times as you need. As we draw the shoulders down the spine, palms can face down on the thighs to ground. Gently rest the eyes, whether that is just relaxing the eyelids or fully closing the eyes. Let's just breathe. Letting the breath flow in the nose and out of the mouth. Starting to get acquainted with the breath. As you prepare to practice in today's body, understanding that this body we are in this moment is different from the one of yesterday, and it will be different of the one tomorrow. Accepting ourselves exactly as we are in this very moment. Just beginning our practice by stretching the lungs. Expand, fill the inhale to your very fullest. Find a little pause at the top, hold it. Then gently let the breath go all the way to the bottom. Maybe squeeze a little bit of extra air out. Continuing to inhale to your fullest. And exhaling all of the air out. Still staying with big breaths. Larger, deeper breaths than you would just naturally take. Bringing focus on the oxygen we are welcoming in. Before we get to moving, we always want to start with breath. As those inhalations bring in the oxygen that saturates the blood flow, and as we continue to saturate this blood flow, the movement will eventually tell that blood flow where we need it the most. Nourishing our muscles, our connective tissue, our fascia. 2 more big breaths here, all the way to your top, fullest, deepest. And all the way to the bottom. Try to squeeze out a little extra. As you let that breath come in and out through the nose, begin to find circles in the neck. Guide the head around in every direction. Move slowly, move gently. Not taking the circle larger than the body is willing. Offering yourself what you need, not always what you want. Bringing the head all the way around, slow, mindful. Breathing and moving. Switching directions of these circles whenever you are ready. You start to listen to this part of your body. Notice if you begin to furrow the brow or clench the jaw or make tension with the fingers. Trying to soften that tension, letting it go versus just transferring it elsewhere. Staying with these breaths, continuing with this movement. 3 more slow breaths. As the head comes back in to center on the bottom of that breath, draw the shoulders down and back, lengthen up from behind the ears. Take 1 breath here just to absorb those movements. That breath to digest. Find circles with the shoulders. Begin rolling the shoulders by pressing them up to the ceiling, back to the wall behind you, down to the ground, then around forward as if they were going to touch in front of you. Inhaling up, guiding back, down and around. Now, if normal, you might hear some creaking, some resistance. You might hear little pops. All of these things are just release. Your body has a lot to say. Being mindful with these movements, moving slow, 3 more breaths into these shoulder rolls. Bottom of that breath, option to shake out the shoulders, move around the neck, even shake out the arms. Sometimes just that movement can help identify where the tension is. We don't want to hold on to it. We want to let go of it. Finding that space and center, take 1 breath to digest. So we reach the hands down by the side. Starting with the palms facing the chair, facing the hips, reach the fingertips down. Lengthen in the neck, light tuck to the chin. Big deep breaths. Spread the fingers wide, reaching those fingertips down. See if you can press the heart a little further forward so the shoulder blades can squeeze together. This may be very active. This may be much harder than it looks. It's okay. Breathe. On the very bottom of your next breath, if it's in your practice, inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Sweeping them up overhead. When you get here, it's normal for the shoulders to come up to the ears, the brow to furrow. On the exhale, drop the shoulders down into their sockets. That might mean widening the hands. That's okay. Bring in 1 more inhale. Look up between the hands. On the exhale, goalpost the arms. Keep looking up if it's in your practice. See if you can squeeze the elbows back together, turning the palms up to face the ceiling. Little back bend here. Let out all of your breath. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, pull the hands down into heart center. Draw the shoulders around, move the neck around. Keep the hands at heart center. 1 breath in stillness. Release the hands down to the side, reaching the fingertips down to the mat. This time, turn the palms to face forward, having those thumbs face out, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lengthening in the neck, breathing deep. If it is in your practice, inhale, sweep the arms up and wide, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Palms face one another, drop the shoulders back down into their sockets. See if we can tuck that chin. Bring in a big full inhale here. On the exhale, interlace the fingers, place the hands interlaced behind the head. Drop the shoulders down, just take a moment here, breathe. Pulling those elbows wide away from one another. Inhale to get taller. On the exhale, take a little bend to the right, reaching the left elbow up to the sky. So we're not leaning over. That's not the show. We're not falling out of our chair. We're keeping the center body weight centered. Just tilting the shoulders on that axis. Lifting that left arm. Keeping the elbows open. One more breath out. Inhale, bring it back to center. Shoulders roll down. Keep the fingers interlaced. Light tuck to the chin. Pulling those elbows wide. One big inhale. Keep that center of gravity as you exhale, tilt down to the left, reaching that right elbow up. Again, we are not leaning over. We're not trying to shift the shoulders this way. We want to keep the shoulders essentially stacked with the hips and tilt the axis the shoulders are riding on. One more breath out. Inhale, center. Exhale, slowly release the hands, roll through those shoulders, shake those arms out. Palms back onto the thighs, elbows rest heavy. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Reaching then for that strap. Gathering our strap in hand. We want to wrap the strap around the palms. Now we're going to wrap this strap around the palms quite a few times. So that way the strap is a little wider than shoulder distance. The reason why we wrap the strap around the hands is that way we don't have to grip so hard with the fingers. Having a little bit of tension on that strap. Again, strap is wider than shoulder distance, starting down at the sides. Relax the shoulders. One big inhale. Sigh it out, drop the shoulders. Pull the shoulder blades back, draw them together, down the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, keeping tension on the strap. Dropping the shoulder blades back into the sockets. Let there be tension here. You can have the arms locked if it feels good. You can have a soft bend if you need, taking this as high as feels good. If you have those arms locked out, keep those shoulders down, neck long, big deep breath. So we bring one more inhale. On the exhale, bend deep into the elbows as you pull the elbows back, that goalpost shape with the arms. This time, keep the tension on the strap. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, so instead of letting the chin pull up and the whole neck scrunch, tuck the chin back, lengthen from behind the ears, shoulders draw down and back, core starts to engage to keep us stable. When you are ready, inhale, reach the hands up. On the exhale, guide the hands and strap level in front of you. We may want to make the strap a little shorter if it is in our practice, yogi's choice. So we take a big inhale, squeeze those shoulders together. On the exhale, pull the arms over to the left. Now here's where we may want to shorten it. So we're going to do our best to lock that right arm out, pulling with the strap on the left arm. Pulling that over to the side, doing our best not to twist the body. So we're not trying to find that full twist just yet. We want to keep the shoulders stacked with the hips, isolating this right shoulder. If this feels like a lot, we can bend into the elbow. One more big breath here. Let it out. Return the arms down into center. Roll through those shoulders. It's okay if you build a little heat. We build the heat, then we dissipate it with the little micro movements. Body comes back into center. Inhale the strap in line with the shoulder. On the exhale, left elbow locks. Reach over to the right. Using that strap to pull that arm. Option to bend if that feels too much. Again, we are not trying to twist just yet. Finding the shoulders still stacked with the hips. Reaching it over. Inhale the arms back down into center. Roll through those shoulders. Move around the neck. As we take that again, this time with the twist. This time we will twist, inhaling the strap up in front of us. Exhaling to pull the body over to the left, keeping the hips planted, finding a twist by using the strength of the left arm. Locking out both arms, take the gaze to the left if it's in your practice. One more full breath, inhale to the top. Exhale it all out, twist as much as feels good. Inhale, center, lower the arms and hands, roll through it. One breath to digest. Bottom of that exhale, inhale the hands forward. Exhale, use the strength of that right arm and lock both arms, twist to the right. Looking to the right if that feels good. Inhaling to get a little taller. Exhaling to twist a little further. One more full breath all the way to the top. All the way to the bottom. Return to center, arms drop down, roll through the shoulders. Keeping the tension on that strap, identifying the preferred length. So if the shoulders are tight, we want more width in this, more length on the strap. If the shoulders are feeling good, relatively open today, or you like that more narrow stance with the arms, inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Dropping the arms into the sockets. One big inhale. And on the exhale, reach the arms over to the right, opening that left shoulder. This time you could tilt a little to the side, but again, we're not leaning. We're not trying to throw off the major parts of the body weight to the side. Shoulders and hips stay stacked. We start to make a little bit of a crescent moon shape. We're looking to open this armpit, this QL along the rib cage. One big breath all the way to the bottom. Inhale up to center, drop the shoulders down. Exhale, bend to the left, opening that right side body. Again, elbows are locked. We are not leaning over. We are tilting over. Opening that right side body, big deep breaths here. It's okay if it's a challenge. All the way, inhale to the top. Total exhale to the bottom. Inhale, arms to center. Exhale, bend into those elbows. Goalpost the arms. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, slowly lower the strap down. Allow the strap to lay along the lap. Keep it within reach. Let's roll out those wrists, move around those fingers. Flick out the fingers, shake out the hands. Let that little bit of heat dissipate. Not holding on to any of that tension. Palms face down on the thighs, bow the head, close the eyes. 2 slow breaths. Gently lifting the gaze, bringing ourselves back up to center. We're going to take the right hand, reach it around the back to reach for the opposite elbow. Now, this may not be accessible for all of us or, frankly, most of us. So what we will do instead is we will bridge that gap with the strap. We will keep the strap in the right hand as we bring it behind us. So strap is wrapped around the right hand. Opposite side of the strap is guided over the left. So you're wearing it right behind you. Keeping it behind you, having in that left hand, you're going to start to gather the slack with the left hand, thus pulling the right hand back behind you. So pulling that strap forward, having a good grip with that right hand, we're creating tension with this left hand. Pulling it behind you, pulling that right shoulder open. You can wrap that strap around to the left hand as much as feels good, pressing the left arm forward. Rolling the shoulders down and back. Breathe. So you then start to find circles with the neck here. Identifying what might feel different from this engagement. Keeping the shoulders stacked with the hips. Roll the head around in every direction. Take 5 breaths, moving the neck around in exploration or sitting in stillness. The very bottom of that breath, returning to center. Bringing one more inhale, little lift to the heart and the chest. The gaze goes to the sky. On the exhale, returning into center, pulling that right hand around, guiding it back to the side. Still have both ends of the strap in hand. Wrapping the strap around that left hand, we start to gather the slack on the right, bringing that left arm behind us, almost like you were trying to reach for the opposite elbow over here, like that left hand was trying to reach for that right elbow crease. We are bridging that gap by taking the strap in the right hand, pulling it forward, guiding that left shoulder open. This may be very intense. Little more tension by pulling that right shoulder, that right hand forward. Both shoulders guide back and down. Begin your breath. Find circles in the neck, however feels good to you. Circles could go in one direction, the other. You could switch directions as many times as you need. Breathing deep into this neck, deep into the traps. 5 breaths here, movement or stillness, however you wish to be. Returning the head to center. When you are ready, take a big inhale, look up, slight lift with the heart. On the exhale, slowly release the strap from both hands. Allow it to fall by the side. As you shake out the arm, shake out the shoulders, any extra movement with the neck. Shaking the head, yes. Big yes. Shaking the head, no. Slow no. As we then join ourselves back into center, 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears, fill the lungs, even furrow the brow, make little fists, and then exhale, dump it all. 2 more of those, maybe more dramatic. Inhale, lift the shoulders up, even lift the elbows. Wrist can go to shoulders. Exhale, dump it. 1 more big one. Inhale, gather it all up, hold at the top, make a fist, clench the jaw, scrunch the face. Bring it a little bit more, then let it go. Leaning back into the chair, soften the spine. Hands onto thighs. Take 2 breaths. Noticing the subtle shift that you created just by showing up here for yourself today. As we join together in one breath to seal today's practice, guide the hands to heart center, empty the lungs. Together, soft inhale all the way to the top. Hold it softly, a little bit more, little soft sip in, then let it go. Soft release. Lokasamasta sukhino bhavantu. May your entire universe be filled with peace, joy, love, and light. Sat Nam. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope your neck and shoulders are feeling good, and these exercises are applicable any time of the day. If you have extra time to do a few extra neck rolls, shoulder rolls, even just simply dramatic looking left to right, it's always going to help keep everything open, moving, and flowing. Remember, the motion is the lotion for the body. If you enjoyed this practice or found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. If you have other questions, comments, or requests, please leave them below, because I would love to know. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.